How the Ostrich Got Its Long Neck by Verna Armadina, illustrated by Marcia Brown. How the Ostrich Got Its Long Neck. Long, long ago, when the earth was set down and the sky was lifted up, the ostrich had a short neck. It was most inconvenient, for he had to sit down to catch insects on the ground, and he could not reach berries that were high on the bushes. Also, when he went to the river, he had to spread his legs wide apart in order to take a drink. But there was a crocodile in that river, and one morning when the clouds were still pink from the sunrise, Crocodile woke up with a terrible toothache. Crocodile swam swiftly down the river looking for help, her tears dripping into the water with tiny splashes. Tooth, tooth, tooth. Soon Crocodile saw a kudu at the river's edge, lapping. Lop, lop, lop. Crocodile called, "Hiya, Kuda. Will you take a look at my teeth? I have a terrible toothache, and maybe you could pry out the bad tooth with one of your long twisted horns." Fish Eagle, who was circling above the river, cried, "Quack, quack! Don't do it! Don't do it!" At first, quack, ducks who were feeding on the shallow side of the river skittered across the water, flapping, quack, 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 to get airborne. Parrots, hornbills, and finches in the nearby trees flew off too. The kudu galloped away. Kaputu, kaputu, kaputu. Farther on, Crocodile saw a baboon with a baby on her back, bending over the water's edge, and Crocodile called, "Hiya, Mama Baboon. Will you take a look at my teeth? I have a terrible toothache, and maybe you could dig out the bad ones with your sharp claw." Fish Eagle, who had followed Crocodile, called, "Quack, quack, don't do it, don't do it." Mama Baboon ran off, with her tail curled over her back and the baby clinging to her with all his strength. Crocodile swam on, her tears dripping into the water with tiny splashes. Tooth, tooth, tooth. Farther on, it happened that a short-necked ostrich was drinking by the edge of the river, and Crocodile called, "Hiya, Ostrich. Will you take a look at my teeth? I have a terrible toothache, and I'm sure you could pull out the bad tooth with your strong beak." Ostrich backed away. He wanted nothing to do with the crocodile. "Please help me," begged Crocodile. "I won't hurt you." Ostrich moved a little closer, and Crocodile paddled to the water's edge and opened her big mouth with a shiver of fear ruffled Ostrich's fluffy coat. Fish Eagle called down, "Quack, quack, don't do it, don't do it." Ostrich backed further away, and Crocodile cried harder than before. This awakened pity in the ostrich's heart, and he cautiously inched his way back to the crocodile. And again Crocodile opened her mouth, and Ostrich began tapping one tooth after a number. Tick, tick, tick. "Is this one that hurts?" he would ask. "Is it this one?" Each time Crocodile said, "Uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh." The big bird's head went deep into the crocodile's mouth, and suddenly Crocodile remembered that she had had no breakfast. She clamped her jaws down, crack, trapping Ostrich's head. "Let me out!" cried Ostrich in a muffled voice. "Let me out!" Elephant was bathing nearby. "Eek!" he squealed, and Crocodile is pulling Ostrich's head off. Fish Eagle called from above, "Pull, ostrich, pull!" And ostrich planted his big feet in the sod on the riverbank and pulled. He pulled and pulled and pulled, and crocodile pulled too, but in the opposite direction. Ostrich backed up, but crocodile did not budge, and ostrich backed away. His neck stretched longer and longer and longer. Ostrich dragged the big crocodile right out of the water. The hot sun beat down on crocodile's back and made her tooth hurt worse than before. When crocodile finally opened her mouth to say, "Put me back in the water," ostrich escaped, and he ran a little way and then stopped. Something was not right. The ground seemed much further away. He could reach it easily. And the berries high on the nearby bush were right within his reach. What was different, ostrich wondered, and he knew. His neck had become long, very, very long. He flapped his wings in delight. Then he strutted off with his head held high. Took a peek, took a peek, took a peek. And since that time, ostriches have stayed in the bush, far from the river. For now, even the youngest ostrich knows better than to trust a hungry crocodile. The end.